Hey everyone, thanks for listening to Sex with Emily. On today's show, we're helping you through some of your most difficult sex and dating dilemmas. What to do if you can't have an orgasm with your current partner. Why your impossible dating standards are holding you back from finding someone, and how to start the sex conversation with a new partner. All this and more. Thanks for listening. Listeners and friends, they're always asking me how to spice up their relationships. They all want to know how to bring the spark back. One great way is to add in some variety. Well, our good friends at adamandeve.com know all about that. Adamandeve.com is where you'll find all my favorite high-end toys, like the Magic Wand and the WeVibe Tango, as well as every formula of quality lube you can think of. You should all be using lube, by the way, if I haven't made that clear. Try out Pure or Sliquid. Adam and Eve sells those as well. The folks at adamandeve.com are pleasers, so they put together a special deal for Sex with Emily listeners. If you order today and use code Emily, they'll cut the price of almost any single item in half. Not enough for you? They'll also toss in 3 free DVDs and ship it all to you for free. And for a limited time, they will include a free gift. It's a sexy premium silicone pleasure ring. Rings are a great way to enhance intercourse, and if you haven't tried one before, this is the time. It can help guys stay harder longer while providing that crucial clitoral stimulation that most women need to orgasm during intercourse. Get your free ring, free shipping, free DVDs, and 50% off any item. Go to adamandeve.com and use code Emily at checkout.
Look into his eyes. They're the eyes of a man obsessed by sex. Eyes that mock our sacred institutions. Bedroom eyes, they call them in a bygone day.
Hey, Emily, you got a boyfriend? Because my man E here, he just got his heart broken. He thinks you're kind of cute.
A girl's gotta have her standards. Oh, my.
Do women know about shrinkage?
Isn't it common knowledge?
What do you mean, like laundry? It shrinks?
Can we not talk about sex so much?
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, I feel so good.
Being bad feels pretty good. But you know, Emily's not the kind of girl you just play with.
You're listening to Sex with Emily. We're talking about sex, relationships, and everything in between. For more information, go to sexwithemily.com, where it's just a potpourri of partyness, sex stuff. Potpourri of information.
Everything that you need to know.
Everything you need to know about following us and talking to us and emailing us.
Well, you have a whole shop there. You have blog posts, educational things.
People are loving the new store because I only put stuff in there that I love. And
Good.
It's fun. Yeah. And
it's curated by you.
It is specially curated.
By the way, my name's Menace. This is
Menace.
What's
Hi,
going on?
Menace. It's so good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Yeah, you all rested from your vacation?
I am not rested at all. I was so I never did this before. So
do this.
FYI, I went to Mexico and I went to the Hard Rock in Riviera Maya, which is effing amazing, by the way. It is so cool. I went to the adults only section there, and I'm telling you, amazing food, top shelf alcohol, 24/7, all these pools. There's like all these lagoons connected to the ocean, crystal clear water, fish, all this kind of stuff. But my schedule, I had to be back early one day. So I had to change my flight, and I was flying Virgin America, but on the way back I ended up having to change and go with a different airline, which is called Interjet, what I don't know if anybody's ever heard of.
I'm glad you made it back.
Everything on the way there was way back was in Spanish, and they were showing like Pink Panther from the 70s cartoons on there, and like monster truck videos from the 90s.
Was it like a free flight or something?
It wasn't a free flight, but it was the only flight that was available to get back home in time.
And you got back like 5 minutes ago and you haven't slept.
Yeah, but what was weird is I landed in LAX, and I've been flying to LAX my entire life. I landed in the middle of nowhere, and I had to get on a bus on an active runway to get back to the building so I can get off the plane. It took forever.
And then you had to go through customs.
I have to go through customs.
Which is always stressful. Even if you're not smuggling drugs, you're like, oh my God, are they going to find, like, not that you have anything, but like, if they're going to pull you over.
Always seem guilty. And then
when you smuggle drugs, that's more stressful.
Yeah. So then, and then I had to get up early for the Woody Show, which is a morning show that I'm part of here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I woke up
crazy.
Yesterday specifically to listen to the Woody Show. No, I was driving to Santa Monica in the morning, which I never do, drive anywhere in the morning. But I was like, I'm going to listen to Menace. And then I listened, and I was so entertained, but it turns out it was a repeat because you were out of town.
Yeah,
but that's cool. But I like it a lot. They all love you. like, I love you. I mean, they don't know you like I know you. No, they do. But it was good. I really liked it. I was totally entertained, and I tweeted you. You didn't tweet back. It's because you were lying in the sun, and it's totally fine. And so, yeah, it was the 4th of July.
4th of July weekend. That's why I was gone out of town. But what did you do?
I went to Malibu, which is a lovely, lovely place that I'd like to someday live, or at least have a home there
with Caitlyn Jenner.
Once I have a one home, I can maybe get a second home there, because I couldn't live there full time. But it was fun. I went to 2 very different parties. I went to a party at a friend's house. It was all kids. I walked in. It was so funny being in it. I walked in, beautiful, she's on the beach, very nice friend, and she's like, "Hi, are you here alone?" And I was like, "Yeah." I mean, I you know me. I love hanging alone. I love going to parties alone.
Going stag. I'm
like, yeah. Should I go find someone outside? But it was really fun. It was like a lot of kids and barbecues, and Malibu is it's just so beautiful.
It's
like right
great.
on the beach. I love it. And then I went to Soho House Malibu, which is a private club that my friend belongs to, and lots of beautiful people. And it's just nice to be by the ocean and just take a few days off. And I liked it. And you know what else I've been doing though? So yeah, it was a good few days to, rejuvenate. So something I've been doing, Menace, I have a confession to make. I actually, you might already know this. I've never listened to a podcast, a Sex with Emily podcast.
Not one.
Maybe half of one here and there. I remember I listened to the first one.
Wow.
And I was really nervous about posting it because it was like 2005, and I'm like, oh my God. And I listened to that one. And I know that that's like, great artists, performers, like, football players, you watch, you play, and the coach goes through with you. And it's not because there's a lot of reasons. I think I also feel like I don't have time. I already did it. I already said it. But there is a lot to learn by listening too, because, I'm always trying to work on myself and, make a better show for everybody. But also I just thought, God, what if I listen and I don't like it? And then I'm like, oh my God, I've been saying all the time. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different reasons. But I just thought, I'm just going to do it. And first of all, I'm very entertained. I think it's good. Like, I was like, oh my God, this is funny. And the other thing that it cures is that there's this weird like radio amnesia thing that happens. I don't know if this happens to you. I know Dr. Drew and I used to talk about this, that things happen when like we're here, like we're in it. We're in a bubble. And sometimes I leave and I'm like, I don't remember like exactly what we talked about. Right?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I mean, just this morning I recorded 5 hours of stuff. I don't remember anything that I said at all.
It's not like I don't remember it and like it's false.
I know that I was there.
Right.
I don't remember
you were there.
anything.
Exactly. Well, you're also, So it's just been really, an interesting experience. And there are some things that I thought, I'm like, God, that didn't come off, or that, and I just thought, I'm going to start doing that. And that's why I'd also like to hear from listeners, like what we always love to hear your feedback, like what, and like, God, we get a lot of feedback at sexwithemily.com, but like, what you like, what you don't like. But overall, I think we're doing a good job.
Can't take all the feedback to heart, though.
No, I know Menace was like, one person said that, so we should stop. But I like it. I do realize that sometimes I say things and I'm like, there was a show, actually, I loved it. The show that we did a few weeks ago with Danielle, my coach, she called in, I'm taking the somatic training. Yeah. And that was like a really powerful moment where I was like, because a bunch of people told me, wow, that was really intimate. And because I shared a lot about myself. You guys could go back and listen to that show, which is called Ditch the Drama for Better Sex. And it came out a few weeks ago, and I did reveal a lot about like childhood stuff. And I was like, what'd I say? I mean, I remember, but I don't. And I listened. I'm like, that was powerful. But all I could hear was, I said powerful 8 times. I'm like, it was just really powerful. It was really powerful. And then I'm like taking myself out of it. I'm like, no one else is noticing that. So it was just interesting. I would just like to also hear from people. But like, do you listen to your shows?
I mean, yeah, I had to, because I edited the podcast for the Woody Show every day, so I re-listened to a majority of it, and then when I adjust the volume on this podcast a lot because Emily doesn't talk directly on the microphone.
I am right now. I haven't moved.
I know.
I'm like
amazing.
A statue.
I love it.
The only thing that's moving are my lips.
So there is definitely a lot of sections that I listen to, but I can't listen to the whole show. But I do appreciate that everyone that does do that. Thank you so much. And it's funny because I don't know, what is it, 15 podcasts ago, I said, hey, if you listen all the way to the end, comment on my dog's Instagram page. Right. And I get comments every day of people that listen all the way to the end.
I've been meaning to talk to you about that. So you said go check out Emily's bikini photo on Instagram. And I to this day, I've gotten like 80 comments. I listened. So thank you, everyone, for following on
Paying
Instagram.
attention
So I
and
just think I have to
actually
post more bikini shots, is what producer Madison suggested. And we did just get a huge thing of lube, and I thought, well, maybe we could do something
lube,
like
and
we
have-
could fill like a sink with lube, and I could be
You
in
have a
bathing suit.
green screen here, so all you gotta do is put on one bikini and you can just keep on changing the background.
Let's just do that. Check out the Instagram. You're going to see some nip slips, maybe. Who knows? But I'll add Sex with Emily.
Also, I've been mentioning in the past couple of podcasts, but I've been emailing with some of your team about setting up the Facebook live stream.
I'm so excited to do that.
So what I think, what I suggest, I know
Tell
we're
me.
talking it out right now.
Let's do it.
I suggest that we should just do little short ones where you answer emails.
Okay.
And the shows are the shows, and then these are just
So
like
I'm not
little emails.
communicating people on Facebook. They're watching it.
They're watching it. You're just reading off emails
Okay.
from people. So that'd be great.
That's
I
great.
think that'd be really
Let's
cool.
do it. It's so
Just
easy, right?
email. Super easy.
I mean, because we do get so many emails.
Yeah.
And I try to get to all of them. And we do email you when we read them.
you don't want to do a full-on show on there.
No.
No.
Because this is how we roll.
Yeah, and then just do like 10 minutes of just answering emails. That'd
Yeah.
be great.
Because I know you're all on Facebook anyway.
Yeah.
Anyone who says they're not on Facebook is always on Facebook.
Yeah. No,
No?
there's some people that
I think there's
go
people
there.
who are like, you know,
But there's people that say that they're not on Facebook and they aren't, but they go on their friends and find out all the info
No,
that
exactly.
they want.
Totally. But it's cool. We're all on social media. And in fact, okay, we'll want to get some sex in the news.
Okay, go for it.
I found this was interesting. 3 reasons why you should avoid online dating when you're lonely. And I might also put an asterisk there and Facebook, because a lot of people do talk about that. Reminded me of how Facebook, people, some people get like a little depressed because everyone's like presenting their perfect life. But it's interesting take on online dating, because we all think lonely means, well, I better find someone to hook up with. So you start swiping or messaging and you see some potential matches. But here's the thing. Most people who have performed this late night ritual and think, God, I'm feeling lonely, I'm going to go online and date, will say that no, it's not the best way to handle loneliness. Any sense of hope for connection is wiped out with one, like, hey, babe, you're sexy, hot pic. And then you're like, oh, I'm so depressed. I mean, it is a great way to meet people that you would never meet otherwise. And I'm not saying you shouldn't online date, but if you're like in a lonely mood or you're feeling isolated, it can actually exacerbate that loneliness. So let's discuss the top 3 reasons online dating does not cure or even reduce loneliness. Okay.
Ooh.
I know. Number 1, it's about time. So there's a mountain of evidence that suggests loneliness is not caused by being alone, which is interesting. It's caused by lack of relationships that feel deep and satisfying. So it's an interesting conundrum, because you're online trying to find a deeper relationship, but it's not going to happen for an hour or 2 of swiping on an app. And so I think loneliness, the best, antidote to loneliness is, I'm like antidote to loneliness is often connecting with people and making plans with friends and getting out of your house and doing something
And getting a dog.
and getting a dog. And I'm going to admit something here that is pretty personal, is that I remember a family friend who's actually a therapist years ago said to me, I was always in relationships and going one to the next. And he goes, you've just never been lonely. He said, you should experience loneliness first. And I'm like, oh, lonely. I've never been lonely. Okay. And it always stuck in my head, because I think like it's important to experience a lot of things. And I realized that moving to LA, 3 years ago, and leaving my community in San Francisco, which I had, friends there for 23 years, like that perhaps I have been lonely. Like I have friends, but they're not the same. I mean, a few of them, but that deep person, and I have a dog, those connections that like sometimes, and I realize that sometimes I'm just like, well, I'm just going to go home, because I'm also like being home. But whenever I just say yes to, even if I don't feel like it, like if you're feeling like, you just want to stay home. Like I said a few weeks ago, like I feel like America's struggle is just to get off the couch, because we all really just want to be at home watching TV. But when I do say, you know what, I'm going to go to dinner with someone I don't really know, it's a little weird, or friend, I always feel better by that connection with someone. So yeah, I might have felt loneliness, and now I'm moving past it.
Good.
Even by talking about
It's
it, I
just
feel less lonely.
It's hard because, in Los Angeles it's so spread out, and
It
then
is.
San Francisco it's so convenient
Yeah.
to just meet up with somebody and hang
And
out.
exactly. It's easier now, and I had just those connections of 20 years. And here it's like I'm starting over in a way, like making, and you don't just make best friends in a day, like you have a relationship. So you build it.
Yeah, but I totally understand. My best friend from high school, who I hung out with every single day, and then even out of high school forever, when I finally moved to LA, I've seen them twice, and I've been here for 2.5 years.
Well, because LA, it is so spread out. Like if you're in Venice, like I'm not gonna see you. Like if you're at the beach,
I don't think it's
geographic.
ridiculous to go drive places. Like some people are just so, if it's more than 10 minutes away, I'm not going to go there. I would totally do that, but it's such a fast-paced city. Like people always have something to do, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
So when you try to make plans, it is.
Yeah, you don't know if they're going to. People cancel the whole thing. People are flaky here. They say. I
guess I don't know.
Okay. It's also about the other reason why you might feel lonely. It's about technology. Technology is great. Most efficient way to meet new people these days. Often, people are not striking up conversations as much with like a stranger at the bank. But there is ample evidence that technology is not the best or most accurate way to get to know someone. Because knowing someone, again, is like spending time, a deep relationship. And, technology can also make it harder to do so because people lie in their dating profiles. They have a harder time like gauging like how sincere is this person, when you don't have like the facial expressions and the in-person contact. So when it comes to satisfying relationships, the kind that like ease loneliness is knowing each other really well, which is hard to do online. So I'm not saying you shouldn't date online. I'm just saying it's important to develop those outside. And number 3, it's about stress. So Aziz Ansari, Aziz Ansari?
Yeah.
His book, Modern Romance, which is really good. I actually read it, believe it or not, interviewing hundreds of young people involved in online dating. And he describes, I remember this in the book, talking to one girl, and she said the process of online dating had morphed from fun and exciting into a new source of stress and dread. And I've heard this from so many of my friends, more girlfriends than guy friends, but it's just, it can be stressful because you're getting all these like connections, but then like you don't hear from someone.
There's too many connections because back in the day, online dating, when it first started, you'd be on Match and then you probably get 3-4 responses and then you maybe connect with 1 or 2 of them and then you're just talking to those people.
Yeah.
Here with freaking Tinder and Bumble, you're talking to like 40 people at the same time.
Oh yeah, always.
Oh, how was that connection last time that I...
Dude, he didn't message me.
Oh,
do you want to do it again, Tinder? Menace went on my Tinder and started swiping with people, and then...
And I went through like 60 and I only found 1 to match with, and he didn't talk to you?
I don't know why.
Like
I could check it again, but like I'm thirsty.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, I know I haven't.
Give me your
Bumble
Tinder.
is
Let me
the
see
app.
if I can find somebody.
Bumble is the app when I should sign up for Bumble. That's the one where the women make the first message or it goes away. But Tinder's like, I've had this profile forever and I don't ever go on it until last week.
All
or a few
right,
weeks
let
ago.
me find somebody.
Okay, you do that. So anyway, just think about that, you guys, that it's okay if you are dating online and you're home, just and you start to feel lonely or you're not in a great place for it, it might not cheer you up. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay, so now let's give a little shout out to our sponsors. We love you and we love that you support our sponsors, and then we'll be back with some emails. Thanks for listening. Since I began telling you about the Womanizer, I've received countless messages from listeners telling me how much they love this revolutionary product. I couldn't agree more. I love my Womanizer. We've made a short film about it. Check it out on sexwithemily.com. Unlike traditional vibrators, the Womanizer uses patented pleasure air technology to indirectly stimulate your clitoris with waves of air pressure and suction. It has a soft silicone cinder that you place over your clitoris, just like your partner might use their mouth. Its multiple settings make it easy to find the exact amount of pressure that's right for you. The sensation is so intense that many users found they can reach orgasm in 1 minute, a 60-second orgasm. Well, somehow, Womanizer's engineers have found a way to improve upon the original model. The latest versions, the W500 Pro and Deluxe, are smaller and quieter than ever before. There's now 8 settings and a new ergonomic design that will really help you find your sweet spot. So come on, there's really no excuse anymore. It's time to get your own Womanizer. You can see all the amazing Womanizer models at womanizershop.com or by clicking on the Womanizer banner on my website. Check it out now. Okay, we're doing emails. Thank you for emailing me, feedback@sexwithemily.com. I love hearing from you, and I love when you include your name, how old you are. Age is crucial, where you're listening from, and how you listen. Plus, I have a new feature on the show. You can call and leave your questions to me by voicemail. And if your message is selected, we play your question on the show, and I answer it live. The number is 818-ASK-SWE1. That's 818-ASK-SWE, as in Sex with Emily 1, or 818-275-7933. 531, and the ground rules are on the website. But, try to keep it short. Don't include your last name, the names of anyone you're talking about. And I can't wait to hear from you. This will be fun. Okay, Okay, Menace is swiping on my Tinder.
I'm swiping like
Dude,
crazy.
There's no one, right?
No,
it's not good. Should we
no.
open up Hinge? I was on Hinge for a while,
But the thing is, also, I knew that guy.
Who? You know someone? Is he cute? Is he nice?
No,
Would I want to bang him?
radio guy. But he's so cheesy. He put his radio logos on his photos. Like 90% of these photos are terrible. Like, why are guys
don't
picking
know? I feel like you guys should pass it by me first. I'll tell you which photos to put up.
horrific
How about
photos?
the guys who put up pictures with like a girl, but you don't know who it is, or like 6 guys, and you're like, which one are you? I don't have a lot of time.
Look at this photo of this guy in a gym taking a gym selfie.
Yeah, and not his face.
And his face is cut off.
Because that makes me say like, I just want your body.
This is so
He thinks that's what I'm going to do.
No wonder you're never on this thing. It's awful.
Well, I just,
And then here's a photo with a guy and 2 other people. Like,
right, exactly.
Which one?
How do I know? Do you think I have time to be the detective right now? No. Either show me who you are. Don't put all your other friends. What if I think your friend's cute, not you?
Here's a guy at a car show sitting in one of the cars at the convention.
You can't see his face. You can't see anything. It's not even his car.
Terrible. Guys. Oh, my God. Step up your photo game.
I know.
Oh,
it's true. People,
it's
a whole art. I mean, really, it's marketing. You're marketing yourself.
Yeah, research.
And every guy has a guitar, too. I'm like, you don't play guitar. It's like your roommate's guitar.
Okay, so honestly, I've probably gone for real
You didn't swipe any.
over 50 photos, and I haven't found one.
Thanks for nothing. Now I'm feeling lonely. Just kidding. Okay. Got some emails.
All right, what do you got?
Dear Emily, I'm a 55-year-old woman who is newly divorced after 28 years of marriage. The last several years of my marriage, we slept in separate bedrooms and had no physical contact at all once we separated. I started online dating. I met someone and the sparks flew. Our sex life was incredible, and I would have multiple mind-blowing orgasms. Problem was, it was an unhealthy relationship because he ended up being exactly like my ex-husband. It was also slightly illicit. I would describe it as me slumming with him. Several months after I broke up with him, I met a terrific guy. We have many common interests. I love spending time with him. Our sex life started off a little awkward, but we're both starting to feel more comfortable communicating our needs to each other. I find I'm having difficulty having an orgasm with him. He will go down to me and use his hands with me guiding, but I just can't seem to climax. I can't get over the thought of the orgasms I had with the other guy out of my head, even though I know I shouldn't compare. Am I overthinking this? Can I make it work with the new guy? I don't want this to be a deal breaker, but at this time in my life, I want to have a healthy relationship with sex as an important factor. Love your show and hope to hear back from you, Lisa.
See, this is what we talk about all the time, like situations where, you have amazing sex with somebody that sucks as a person or in a relationship with, but then you meet an amazing person to have a relationship with, but then the sex is not on that level. You can't compare them.
Yeah, you really can't compare sexual experiences, but it's interesting because we all do it.
The crazier the girl is and the most insane relationship you have, that's probably the best sex you've ever had in your life.
People always say that crazy girl, crazy sex. You're never going to marry the person you have the best sex with. I'm going to say that's not true. I hope in my life. Well, I'm not if I get married, but I don't think that has to be the case necessarily, but that is a very common wisdom, that common belief that people have. But I think what happened here, Lisa, is that you're linking up in your brain good, with a good guy. It sounds like that you've linked up in your brain that bad boy equals great sex and orgasms. Nice guy equals bad sex, no orgasms, because your husband wasn't great. This last guy wasn't great. And it's possible that your marriage and divorce left some issues that you still, got to work through. So not a bad idea to get into therapy, figure out where this link is between the bad boy and the good sex. And also, I'm just curious after reading your email, like, are you attracted to this guy? Like, you said at first it was awkward, and he's a nice guy. And I like that he's a nice guy. Believe me, it's much better than dating the jerks before. But it could be your body saying that you're not ready. But I wouldn't say that you should dump this guy just because you're not having orgasms yet. Because if you have been listening to the show, you know that, it's not a perfect science. So maybe your mind is like thinking about the last guy, or, it could be anatomical. Like there could be a way that like his penis isn't, you haven't quite figured out how to move with him or communicate with him. And so I would just say, like, you got nothing to lose right now. And why not just say to him, God, hot sex is fun. And I need to move certain ways or do certain things of orgasms. Like, let me show you. Let's work on it together. Like, can you think of what it was before why you were able to orgasm? I'm sure was it a position? Was it dirty talk? Was it aggressive? What was going on there? And can this guy kind of get on board with your plan and kind of help you get there? Because I don't know that you've tried with him. It doesn't sound like you guys have had this talk, because again, I know talking about sex is a hard thing to do, but I wouldn't dump this nice guy yet without really trying. So I don't think it's impossible. I think it's possible to have an orgasm. If you have had orgasms before, we'd be having a totally different talk if you've never had one, but you've had them. And so, and the thing about orgasms, another tricky thing is that sometimes our minds can get in the way. It's not even a physical thing.
You're thinking too much of the last person while
Yeah.
you're having sex with the current person.
Yeah, and she even said, I'm overthinking. If you got to ask if you're overthinking, honey, I think you're overthinking. So I'd go back with him and I would just try to have a talk, because you've got nothing to lose here. And then if you talk to him about it, you're like, this is what I like. You could try some mutual masturbation. And if it still doesn't happen, then you tried. But just to end it, it's funny because I get questions, Menace, all the time. People are like, if I had a bad first kiss, should I just end it? Should I just not go out with someone? And
off a first kiss?
yeah, or like a bad first sex.
First hookup, yeah.
No, you shouldn't, because you're with Noop. There's so much going on. It's like a whole new experience. Like the first time you try anything new, the first time like you try a new sport, or the first time I try a new like yoga, like you got to learn. There's a learning curve.
Yeah.
That's
Don't give up on the first.
Don't give
ever.
up. Don't give up. No, and don't give up on him yet, Lisa. Give it a little try. Yeah, ready? More emails? Hi, Emily. I'm a huge fan of your podcast. I love listening to all your tips, tricks, and relationship advice. You always seem to care about the people that write in and give them thoughtful assistance to their issue. Love your Instagram, too. Thanks for sharing yourself with all of us. My husband and I have been married for under a year. We are 30, and we have an incredible sex life. We're very sexually active, and we keep it very intimate and sexy. It's great. Problem is, he's in the military and was deployed recently. He's in a 9-month deployment overseas that our sex life is on hold. 2 worries I have while he's away. 1, porn. 2, intimacy. I'm worried that both of us will get used to watching porn, and that might affect our sex life and intimacy levels when he gets home. I know neither of us are visually stimulated by porn. I know both of us are visually stimulated by porn and like to watch it when we self-love, self-pleasure. Neither of us would say we have to have it, but I know we both prefer to. What advice would you give us on the amount of porn we watch over the next 9 months? Should we try to limit and focus that sexual energy on pictures or memories of each other? Thanks for your time and health, 9-month virgin.
Well, yeah, she doesn't want to get addicted to porn, right?
Right. Well, yeah, because her husband's away. He's deployed for 9 months.
Yeah, don't.
I mean, I think. Here's the thing. I think that I love that. I think you're worrying a little bit too much here, because you're like, when people future trip and you're like, God, but what if this happens, or what if we watch too much porn and then we won't be to each other? Like, what are the chances of that?
Personality?
She doesn't say that, but she says they have great sex and great intimacy. I like that you're aware of it, because it is a real thing. I mean, some couples, do just get, addicted to porn. If you believe in that, it's controversial, but as a replacement. But it sounds like you guys have a great connection, and that I think that the connection that you have and the great sex that you've had, when he comes back, it's going to trump all the porn that you've seen, and you're just going to be so excited to see each other again.
I agree, but I mean, if she could just use the memory and things that she has with them, I say go for it.
Totally.
I mean, I've never tried cocaine in my life, but I'm sure if I did try it, I would probably love it and keep wanting to do it over and over again.
Right.
So that's why I don't do it.
Smart.
So if you do have addictive personality, then I suggest
Right. I mean, but it sounds like, I don't know if she does, but I think that you guys could both learn to do it without porn. In fact, while it is very healthy for relationships, I talked about this a few weeks ago on the show, but it's true that if you are worried about this at all, even just for yourself, because you can't control what your husband's doing, but I think masturbating without porn is like a really great way to, first of all, have a new experience with self-love. So thinking about him and memories that you guys have together, like, looking at pictures, or if you like little videos, or you can write stories and that makes you feel good, like try to just like not watch porn. You could also, and just think about those memories. You could also just say, I'm not going to think about anything but the sensations I'm having in my body. So you can have a night where you're having a date with yourself and you're taking a bath and you're just touching your body and you are learning new erogenous zones, maybe playing with some new toys. And when your thoughts go to anything, you could think about your husband, but bring it back. Try one session where you're just going back to whatever it is you're feeling. So, wow, I never knew that when I rubbed my fingers over my nipples that I got so turned on. I mean, this is a great time to
explore your body.
Yeah, learn about your body. And what about your husband? Like, I don't know if he's in the military, if you guys can have like Skype sex and stuff. Like, I don't know if he's like in a barrack with like a bunch of guys or what that could happen. So I would say just try to take a little time away from it and just and don't beat yourself up. Maybe one time do porn and the next time other porn, Also do your Kegel exercises. I like when I masturbate and I breathe and I do my Kegels because I can have more intense orgasms. So I think you guys are fine and don't worry about it too much. Sounds like you guys have a great foundation, all that stuff. I like them. Hi, Menace.
Hi.
Okay. Hi, I'm a 22-year-old guy from New York. Huge fan of your show. You guys make talking about all this stuff so relaxed and easy. I appreciate it so much. I'm in my first serious relationship with a girl who has so much trouble opening up about what she needs in the bedroom as I do. As such, it feels like there is an awkwardness we can't break through. As a fan of your show, I'm super sex positive and I want to get over this so badly. How do you set the tone for a straightforward, judgment-free conversation and make sure that we can successfully break that wall down? Thanks, Emily. Okay.
Alcohol,
no, Menace.
Marijuana.
I'm so glad you don't say that as much anymore. But that can help people relax and enjoy sex, not talk about sex.
Why not?
You think after you get high and you have great sex, you're like, let's talk about this. Did you see this?
No. I'm not saying getting high,
I know.
but after a couple of drinks, yeah, definitely. I mean,
you remember it.
If you remember it, yeah. Oh, if you're in New York, Rainbow Room brunch.
And have a chat there about sex?
I mean, it could lead up to it, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. It's best to have these conversations outside the bedroom.
You know about the Rainbow Room?
Yeah.
It's like all the way on the top at the NBC building.
Yes, I've been there.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Delicious buffet. Awesome drinks.
Okay, that's good. Menace is at the food advice to wherever you are in the world.
Wherever you're at, I got you.
It's true. What would be a good place to eat and to have a conversation about orgasms?
About boning.
But see, okay, so you guys are the same age, which is great. And it's possible, like we say, she might not know what she wants yet. And you might not know exactly what you want and how to talk about it. So in a way, this is a level playing field, which I like. So you can just start it by, and again, it's like ripping the Band-Aid off. This is not always an easy thing to do when you've never talked about sex, but you can just say to her when you're at the Rainbow Room, hey, so, let's talk about our sex life. I think, it's been, last night was hot. Like, so what did you think about last night? What was your most memorable moment from last night? And then she can ask you the same thing. And you guys can start talking about what you like, what you don't like. You could even say, people do this all the time. Hey, so I've been listening to this podcast, Sex with Emily, and she talks about how so many couples don't talk about sex. And I thought, wow, we haven't talked about sex yet. And so, I thought, let's talk about sex. I'm not even sure. I don't have a mission here. I just want to know, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, are you into threesomes?
Right. Because I got this friend coming over later.
Yeah, let's do it.
Exactly.
We out here.
Yeah, and say that you want to discuss, hey, this really, what turned you on? Or what, I'd like to try XYZ. You guys could go to a sex toy store after the Rainbow Room. You can just open it up and be like, let's start talking. See, you could just be like, I don't even know what that means. Communication is lubrication, but that's what she always says, Emily, this crazy podcaster.
Yeah, she's nuts.
But I like that you're asking this question and you're both awkward about it, but the only way to get less awkward is to have a chatty chat.
Do it.
Okay?
These chairs are squeaky. We've got to put some WD-40 on them.
Oh, I have WD-40. Does that shit work?
Perfect. Or some lube.
I have lube.
Yeah, what lube should we use on it?
System Joe lube. We got a lot of...
Oh, you got a vat of that.
I have a vat. I truly have a vat of lube. And on my Instagram, I'm going to be in a bikini in a vat of lube, we decided.
Yes.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be in a bikini in a vat of lube. Fuck my life. You know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to be in a bikini in a vat of lube on the Instagram. On the Instagram there.
The Sex with Emily Instagram?
Yeah, check it.
All right.
Okay, because we got so much lube, so little time.
Has that bikini pic... My goal is to pass 1,000 likes on it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Has it done it yet?
I got actually the other day, I was sitting in the car wash.
Weeks ago.
And I went to I was like, I thanked everybody. I was like, wow, you guys, you really do listen to the show because Menace like her photo. I mean, that's like, it's only bikini. We got a lot of fun photos on there.
I mean, but only people are only interested in the bikini photo.
No, Menace, that makes me feel objectified as a woman.
Oh, come on. Don't pull that crap.
I do. Don't they just want to see me like reading a book?
Yeah, that's what they're all about. Oh, where's the bikini photo at? It's down there now.
It's there. Well, I had some other stuff I got to post, like the vat of lube.
Oh, wait, there's a cool like yoga pic of you.
Oh, yeah.
Showing your stomach.
Yeah, did you see that, babe?
See?
That was a few weeks ago.
People like that.
Yeah, that was a popular one. And then the one when I was on vacation in a bikini was popular as well. So
what?
I should just, this one, Cabo, when I was in Cabo.
Oh, showing some skin. Another bikini photo. I didn't even see this one.
Dude, you got to spend more time on my Instagram.
What? See? That's what the people want.
If that's what the people want, you know what the best thing is though?
You got to give what the people want.
When I started the show, I talked to my friend who's like the most brilliant business mind around that I know. And I was like, dude, I got to figure this out. And what should I do? But Sex Emily, 2005, he's like, I told him everything I want to do. And he just looks at me and he's like, you just got to put some sexy photos on your site, like some lingerie.
That guy was a genius. Why didn't you listen to him?
I'm not about that. It's not about me being sexy. It's about me helping the people. And now, 10, 11 years later, you're saying, just do some bikini shots.
Yeah.
All right.
What's wrong with that? Oh, wait, then you got this one with some shorts and you're like sucking on a lollipop? What is that? That's very sexual right there.
That was my birthday photo.
What?
I had look how many people sent me flowers.
Man, I still have something for you in my house.
You do?
For your birthday.
What is it?
I'll tell you.
Yeah, what else?
I want to surprise you.
Okay, so we can move on to the next email.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, Emily. Menace just, you like him? Oh, that's mine. You can't like my photos on mine. Hi, Emily. My name is Carol, 36, from Port Hueneme, California. Do you know it? Hueneme.
I haven't heard of it.
I have a question, but I'm not sure where to start. About 3 years ago, my boyfriend cheated on me with a 21-year-old.
Oh, no.
She's 36. Apparently, everything started when she was 19.
Oh, no.
Yeah. This all happened right after...
For 2 years he was cheating?
Yeah.
Damn.
This all happened right after we had our baby. When I found out, I had plenty of evidence, from pictures to texts, etc. When
like
I asked
Swaggy P
why he
and
said...
Iggy Azalea.
He what? Right.
Yeah.
I even know this. When I asked why, he said it was because I wasn't sexy enough and I didn't wear the lingerie he desired, and she did. He left for 3 years and later came back and begged for me to take him back.
They all do.
They always circle back.
Because the young one didn't want to be with his old ass anymore.
No way. She's like, I'm 22, man. Stuff going
see
down.
ya.
I went ahead and forgave him, and the sex has been great. Prior to the cheating, we had major passion, but recently asked why I don't wear sexy lingerie. Here's where things get sticky. 1, I'm scared that if I do wear the lingerie, he'll be thinking about her. And 2, I've become very insecure about wearing lingerie with him since, after all, he did say I wasn't sexy. Emily, what should I do to work on the present and try to forget the past? Help, Carol.
Wear the lingerie and forget about it.
No,
what?
It's not that simple, honey. I mean,
why?
Because this is a wake-up call. This is not about the lingerie. This is not about any of that. I'm sure the sex is no, Menace. Listen,
he tells you exactly what the problem is.
Menace.
What?
Okay, I know you're tired. I know you just got back from Mexico. Here's the thing about cheating, Carol, is that it sounds to me like, first of all, my heart opens up so much for you. I was like really moved by your email because I can only imagine what that must have felt like, having a new baby, finding out he's cheating with this young girl, and then it damages your self-esteem, your trust, your ability to be in a relationship probably with anyone. And then he comes back, and yes, the sex is great. It's always great. Breakup sex, makeup sex is fun. Feels great. But here's the thing. You have not healed yet. I fully believe that you have not rebuilt the trust with this guy. How do you know he's not going to leave again? He scarred you. And I'm all for working on things, especially if you guys have a kid together. But rebuilding the trust is not something you do on your own, especially after a devastating cheating like this. I mean, this is like you guys you just had a kid with him. So I feel like, this is all about the betrayal and the damage that happened 3 years ago. And he should be, trying to rebuild your trust, not saying like, why don't you wear lingerie? So I highly suggest that you guys do not run, do not walk, but run to therapy, because you need a therapist to help you guys figure out if and when you can rebuild this trust. Yeah, you could wear the lingerie, but I get it. Like, it's going to trigger a lot for you. You don't know. He might be thinking, I hate this girl. Why are you thinking that? I won't be thinking about lingerie, but how would you know, Carol? Like, how would you know? It's never just about the lingerie and learning a new sex move. It's about betrayal and trust. And I think that that's where you guys have to focus right now, not going right back to the sex. And maybe you don't want to rock the boat and you're happy he's back, which is, I'm glad he's back, but he doesn't get like a free pass. Like, he doesn't get a hall pass just for showing up. So you got some work to do there. And then eventually you'll feel great wearing lingerie because you'll have an issue-free lingerie experience.
Just don't drag it out for years.
No, right. See, that's why I'm saying.
It'll become exhausting.
Let me tell you what happens with couples who don't work on cheating issues. When there's betrayal, and I know many couples like this, I don't care if it was a year ago, 10 years ago. I've heard from couples who are like, he cheated on me or she cheated on me 8 years ago, and it still comes up all the time. Like, why is my partner nagging me, not forgetting about it? Or why can't I forget it? It's because nothing in our life goes away. No issues are ever just go away. We repress them. They are not healed. We don't work them through so they no longer are so charged for us, so we don't have triggers. And that's the work you have to do, people. I'm sorry. Doesn't go away. Abuse doesn't go away. On that note, on that high note, that's what we got time for today.
It was great seeing you, Emily.
You too, Menace. Menace
I love
is
hearing
like,
from the people.
I love hearing from the people. I love seeing your face, Menace. And I love you all. Thank you for following us on everything. It's all on my website, but it's like Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook.
All that kind of stuff.
Across that
Bikini
board.
photos. But definitely just go, go to sexwithemily.com.
And subscribe. Yeah.
I know we just tell you to go there, but there's everything that you need to know, like articles, educational things, videos, toys that you might be interested in. It is all there on one website, sexwithemily.com.
We work really hard on it every day, updating it. So thank you, Menace. And you're at Menace.
At Menace.
Find all of his stuff.
Definitely, I recommend if you're looking for somewhere to travel. They're not a sponsor of mine. I'm not getting paid to say this, but Riviera, Maya, the Hard Rock, the adults only area.
Adults only, baby. You said the magic words.
Have so much fun. You fly into Cancun. I do suggest taking a shuttle. I used Canada shuttles, Canada Travel or something like that.
Right.
Just take a shuttle straight to the resort, have some fun.
But don't fly that airlines home.
Yeah, fly Virgin or whatever, and just have a bunch of fun. Have a bunch of sex, hotel sex, or resort
hotel sex is awesome. It's summer, baby. Have some
do
sex.
it.
Okay,
Have
everyone,
some
thanks for listening. Was it good for you? Email me, feedback@sexwithemily.com. It's almost that time again. The Sexual Health Expo is back, and this time it's taking place in one of my favorite cities on earth, New York City. I am so honored to once again be hosting this one-of-a-kind event. Like, seriously, what other event brings today's top sex educators and the hottest pleasure products together under one roof? Exactly, it's the only one. The Sexual Health Expo will be taking over Brooklyn September 24th and 25th, and for the first time ever, you can attend for free. Thanks to our good friends at WeVibe, the first 2,000 people to register will be given free admission to the 2-day event. Sexual Ed sponsor, The Pleasure Chest, has planned out a weekend's worth of seminars on today's most relevant wellness topics, all delivered by an array of sex experts I know and admire. Not only will you be expanding your sexual horizons, you'll also be able to see brand new products from Jimmy Jane, Doc Johnson, Joe Lubricants, Fleshlight, Lifestyles and Skin Condoms, See You in Bed, Hot Flowers USA, I Am Toy, Caution Wear Condoms, Kama Sutra, Babeland, Pure, The Pleasure Chest, High Pleasures, Unbound Box, UV, and more. You can learn more about the sponsors on my website. Just click on the She banner for all kinds of information. And a lot of you ask me to let you know when I'll be on the East Coast. So mark your calendars for September 24th and 25th and get ready to come visit me in Brooklyn. Whether you walk, run, drive, fly, swim, or Uber, you're in for 2 days of sex-positive education and fun. Just reserve your free tickets. Visit sexualhealthexpo.com today. And remember, the free tickets are limited to the first 2,000 reservations, so don't wait. These will disappear quickly. I'll see you there.